EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nashville. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions. Hurt.
The motion man here is Mitchell. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Get it. 19 shot. Hey, Smash. Steady.
They go right back to Taylor. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer.
Now Leonard. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a game. yard. It's second down.
49-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
I see through your act, and I still enjoy
On the set.
the show.
Ready. Bronco 80. 77 Wolf. Rig.
The motion man here is Mitchell.
Street.
Throwing on second down. Leonard. Caught. It's Mitchell. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready.
He'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Ready. 70 Lions. Bronco 80. Check smash.
Receiver in motion. Going right.
Panther 60.
It's 3rd down, and here is Leonard. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 6.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison. Hey,
In motion is Warren.
Ready.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. Good running inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 27 yards.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Cougar 19.
The motion man here is Mitchell.
Check. Hot 70. Let go.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Ready. Lightning 18 Cardinal.
On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 70 Timberwolf. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
In motion is Warren. To the air on third down. Here's Leonard. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Come on, come on. 70 Timberwolf. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. That'll bring this to about the 25. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard
Got
line.
it. Ready?
It is 2nd and 6.
Get it. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
26. A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On the jump.
3rd and 6.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 79 Broncos. Go.
To throw is Ward. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Catcher and Cooper on the stop.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready? Cougar night. Ready?
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
3rd down.
3rd and long.
Back. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. He'll look deep, left sideline. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and 9.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Cowboy 80. Hurt.
They motion a receiver right.
Gotta be lying. Ready?
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Get it. pass assistance.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We're back in Music City after this. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. They've got it second down and 7.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check. Go street. Check the eagle. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here we go. Start. Viking 18. Warrior 70.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. A short one there, caught by Warren.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
19 Charger, 19 Go street.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 70 Lions. 60
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Street. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
70. 70 Timberwolves. Riggs. Let's go.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that. But only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on. Set. 70,
Off the play fake, Ward. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one. So now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. Now a 2nd and 10.
Check that. Check that.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70.
Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Manuel. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Titans had 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
19 Tiger.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 18 Rattler, 18 Street.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now they'll change things up.
Cowboy 80.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and
3. Here we go, set. Bronco 80. Fix the Eagles. I got it. Hawk 70.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
19 target.
To throw, here's Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready?
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check. Hop, check, smash, check, smash. Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Manuel. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. Great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they go. Manuel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Ready, right?
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
Ready?
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now Ward. That's complete to DK. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere DK, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ready.
Second down and 3.
Ready. 65, Cowboy 80. 70 Lions. Check smash. 18 Cardinal, 8. Hurt. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Check the Eagles. Get up.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Check that.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Okay,
now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is
now.
3rd and 10.
70 Lions. Timberwolves. Hey, Smash. Rig and
They'll
look.
send Mitchell in motion right.
Let's go.
On third down, here's Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Manuel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 6.
19 Tiger, 19 Lion. Ready.
Throwing now, Ward. Now he'll go deep down the middle. This is intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And now an audible here into something else.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Leonard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they give the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Got it. Ready?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel. And not a whole lot doing there as they'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once again, it's Swift. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now they're audible to something else. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and 4.
Ready?
Here's Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Swift going to try up the middle. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Gravity Lions. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? Coming up and making the big-time play.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
They run the counter. Lockhart. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Ready? Yes.
To throw is Ward. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And
defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Given 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawks. Ready.
Throwing is Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
18, 5 years.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
You know what role fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Got it. Ready?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Leonard. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Looking to throw. Leonard. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. Ready,
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Cowboys. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw again, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On the RPO, he'll keep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here we go, Jack. Cougar 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Ready.
Second and 10.
Come on, go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Manuel. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, Parker, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
60 Eagle.
From the gun, here's Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Real quick, whole squad on that rim. 0-200, real quick.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Get it. Take go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Check. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards.
60 by 6.
From the gun on 3rd down. Moore. The kicker here is complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll come up now on second down.
Ready? Hop, 70. Hop.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that, street.
Back to throw. More. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Titans, first down. First down and goal to go.
Here we go. First and goal.
Down. Cowboy 80. Go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to bring to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Okay,
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Like it, ready.
Up the middle they go. Manuel. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Looking to throw. Ward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
On the ready. Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run on first down. Manuel. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Moore. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Moore. He'll try to do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
On now is the Titans punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, Crash. Hiking, 18. Steady.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run once more with Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
19 Tiger.
Second and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.